Look at the nose ring theory. Explaining the nose ring theory. The nose ring theory. Uh-oh.
Hey again, guys. I've got a fun one for you today that I think you're gonna find interesting. Nose ring theory. And I just know that when I say that, half of you are gonna be confused, and the other half of you somehow know exactly what I'm talking about, even
I'm the second half. I know Yep, absolutely. Everybody knows it. And the ones that are getting mad, they know it better than I do. That's why they're mad.
I will explain everything I've learned about this theory, show you some examples, and then give you my 2 cents on this whole thing.
Lovely.
So to take you on the journey that I went down to get here, I'll show you the video that I first saw that introduced me to this whole thing.
Okay.
So I'm 24 years old, and I've been trying my hand at dating
Why do they get rid of their eyebrows?
men specifically for probably about 5-6 years now in a serious way.
Yeah.
I'm single at the moment. My boyfriend and I just broke up recently, and I have probably dated about
I'll tell you one of the reasons, so one time, I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons why guys don't like dating girls like her. I had a friend, his name was Austin, lifelong friend, known him 15 years. 2010, 2011, I walk into his room, he had a girlfriend like this, looked just like this. I was jealous. I thought she was hot. I see there's a stain and a brown mark on his floor. And I said, Austin, what happened? He says, never let a chick with piercings give you a blowjob. I said, damn. Do you want to go to Dairy Queen? He says, yeah. What the fuck? I know. Yep. This is a bad one, man.
Keep running into the same issues every single time I date a man, and I've been trying to really get to the root of what it is. And now I know what you're thinking. You probably have a type. I do not have a type.
Yeah.
These men don't know each other. They're not friends. They're not from the same area.
Right.
They don't look alike.
Yeah.
I really do not have a type. The only thing that these men have in common is that they are men. I really have been reflecting a lot and trying to figure out what the root of all these issues is. Now, don't get me wrong.
Well, the root of all the issues is that everybody else is wrong and that you're right and you didn't do anything wrong. It's everybody else collectively that's bad except for you.
One of the main issues that I've come to recognize is that I don't think men are really socialized to know what it means.
Here we go. What did I tell you? You just look at them and you know.
To truly love someone, love their partner and care for their partner. Obviously, I'm not saying this is all men, but I think it's just not normalized for them to I don't know, just I guess I don't know how to phrase it.
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying,
don't.
for example, is that every single one of these men individually has looked me in my eyes and told me that I am the love of their life. I'm the most important person in their life, that they would take a bullet for me.
Yeah.
And every single one of them has treated me horribly, okay? I don't know about you, but when I tell somebody they're the love of my life and that they're the person I care about the most, I show it. I'm treating them accordingly.
Yeah.
Part of it that really trips me up is that they believe it. They actually believe in their heart that I'm the love of their life and I'm the person they care about the most. I start calling it out. I would be like, you do not love me and you do not care about me.
You start calling that out? Why would you do that? Why? I mean, do you want to, why would you even do that? I don't even understand. So here we go, right? It's a self-report.
Point blank period. Otherwise you wouldn't be treating me badly. And they will argue and they get genuinely offended. They get offended. I honestly pity them because I don't think they're socialized to know what that means.
I love how this girl that shaved her fucking eyebrows off and has her fucking these piercings on so she looks like a vampire and a nose ring like the prize cattle at the the fucking country fair is going to tell somebody else that they're not properly socialized. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
So in this video,
Jesus
this girl is
Christ.
describing her troubles with finding a good man.
Yeah.
She insists that she doesn't have a type, that none of these men really have anything in common, but for some reason, in the end, they always end up treating her horribly.
Isn't that crazy how the same person can go to a bunch of people that they admit themselves are totally different and have the same outcome? So if you're the common denominator in all of these situations, it must be men as a whole that are wrong. Can you, because think about this. That was a 2-minute video of her talking. That felt like 10 minutes. Can you imagine having an argument with her?
And this led many in the comments to speculate that it must be something about her that is the common denominator. And unfortunately, since such a short TikTok video, and we don't really get much insight onto greater parts of her personality, and she's not very...
Here's the funny thing about it, is that I am not a judgmental person, but I'm also a judgmental person. I think that we got a lot of insight into her personality.
People began to theorize, because it's one of the most noticeable things about her, that it could potentially have to do with the amount of piercings she has.
Yes.
In fact, these two comments right next to each other.
The piercing theory is so true. Exactly. Yeah, he knows. Well, this is a common thing in nature where you have animals that, in order to denote that they're venomous or poisonous, they have very bright or very unique and striking features. So, like, you know, those super bright lizards, well, if you lick them, you die. This is true. Like, you ever see a really bright blue and like purple frog? Don't touch them, you'll die.
So you might be wondering, like I did, what about having a bunch of metal in your face would cause someone to treat you poorly? I mean, sure.
This is the Austin example, right? I mean, that's definitely one negative right there. I didn't even know that until he told me that. I didn't even want to know that. I still don't want to know that. Now everybody knows that.
The style isn't everyone's type, but these men were clearly attracted enough to her to date her. So then what is it that's causing the relationships to not go well?
Her.
So I decided to look into what these men were referencing when they talked about the piercing theory or the nose ring theory. And this was the top video I found.
Have y'all ever heard of the septum piercing theory?
Yeah.
If you have a septum piercing, you may not want to look it up, but I'm always the last person to hear about shit. So this is common knowledge. It's dead ass. It's actually dead ass. Because it says that every person that has a septum piercing makes their trauma their entire personality.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just look at her, you know that's true.
And she agrees? It's dead ass.
Uh-oh.
Like I said, dead ass.
Damn, straight from the horse's mouth. Or maybe I should say straight from the bull's mouth. You know.
Good one.
Because you get it, you get it. And if even the person with the nose ring is saying it's true, I mean, there's got to be something there. And this is just
it is true. I mean, again, like, how is it that this is exactly what I said earlier, right? Is that how is it that every single ancient culture throughout the entire globe came up with some form of mythological being that is a female-coded, like, mythological beast that either makes very loud noises or sucks the life out of you? What's the odds that everybody in the whole world would come to the same conclusion there? That's crazy, right? Wow!
More hilarious when we take that theory and then reference back to the first video where the girl was making her relationship trauma her entire personality.
Yeah.
Okay, that might have been a little reductive. After all, it was just one video. Surely her entire profile isn't like that.
Yo, you guys never told me how cool it is to have a dad. Like, this is a secret.
I would have never guessed. No way. I've also got, by the way, human embodiment of a twig. So you've got, like, I know this might sound surprising, but the person with piercings all over their face probably has some form of body dysmorphia. So, like, we've already got, like, bro, if this was soccer, she'd be out of the game. That's how many red flags she's gotten. It's bad.
I have psoriasis. Not like a little psoriasis, like all over my entire body. When I tell you, my whole body looks like this.
Okay, so she has a bit of medical trauma too, but I mean, there's more to her.
Oh my God.
Nothing normal can ever happen to me. I think I attract chaos.
Okay, so
So everybody, everywhere you go, there's chaos. Huh. What are the odds of that?
Attracting chaos, it might be a little red flag, but I mean, there's got to be something normal here.
Not to be a man-hater or anything. Actually, no, fully to be a man-hater. Fully to be a man-hater.
Oh, now we're at 8.
Okay, I guess she also just doesn't like men. I mean, you could have brought that up when you were theorizing on why your relationships with men might be
she probably goes into the relationships that she has with men with a degree of resentment because her dad wasn't around, and then there's some sort of other issue, and so then there's the I'm going to pull away from you and you have to hold me before I get away, and if you don't, that means that you don't love me. Like, this is as I said before, it's actually crazy how And I want to let you guys know, I'm totally stereotyping, but I think I'm completely right.
I'm starting to connect the dots.
Yeah.
Now, when I first started looking into nose ring theory, I didn't think that I would take it seriously at all. I thought it would just be a good laugh. But the more I looked into it, the more I think that it might actually hold some weight, because I did find quite
it's real. It's 100% real.
This study seems to indicate that people with piercings and tattoos scored significantly higher than those without for sensation-seeking and risk-taking behavior.
So are you telling me people that want to poke holes in themselves are more likely to take risks? Holy shit. Holy shit. The Journal of Public Health Research. Wow. Wow, we've got some real groundbreaking, discovery here, gentlemen.
This other study that I found seems to indicate that people with piercings and tattoos, specifically women, scored significantly higher for extroversion and assertiveness, meaning they are more aggressive.
Yeah, they cause problems. You hang around weird girls? Well, I mean, this is the thing, right? So, like, I used to have 2 different questions that I would ask a girl before I dated her. I would ask her bra size and her item level in World of Warcraft. I don't play the game anymore, so I have a new question. I ask them, do you have BPD? And if the answer is no, I don't date them, because I know that a girl would have to be crazy to date me in the first place.
This study from BMC Psychology seemed to find a strong correlation between body modifications and people who experienced childhood abuse and neglect. And this one really stood out to me. This one found a notable prevalence of individuals with a high number of body modifications and borderline personality disorder. Now, this is not to say that individuals with piercings and tattoos are all degenerate problem children undeserving of love.
But it's crazy how common that it's crazy that there's like studies that say this though, right? Like, you got to admit, like, that's kind of like, wow.
But it does beg the question. Could there be any legitimacy to the nose ring theory?
Of course.
Or is it mostly just something that jerks shout at people they disagree with online?
Well, both, absolutely both.
Happen to have a nose ring.
Yes.
My ultimate conclusion? Probably both. Obviously, even with all of these studies and research papers, you're never going to be able to make a correct, sweeping blanket generalization about every one kind of person who looks a certain way.
That's true, but it's crazy how often stereotyping people works.
Of the first video we watched, where the girl is describing her issues with relationships with men, we know that people did at least initially find her very attractive, as she even cites at the end of the video that I cut off that both men and women have described completely falling in love with her. And when I first listened to her story, I wasn't even making any judgments about her physical appearance. I was truly waiting for the other shoe to drop of when she was going to describe some consistent patterns of behavior that
something bad that happened to her. Exactly.
In her case, I definitely think that being a vocal man-hater was probably the linchpin in the disruption in her relationships.
I hate all men, and big surprise, you don't have good relationships with men. Nobody would have guessed that. Wow.
Not all women with piercings and tattoos feel that way. In fact, here are some examples of super pierced and tattooed girls in very happy relationships with men.
Yeah. Lucky guy. Yeah. And you've got to keep in mind, this is a very important thing. Keep in mind, they could have had a massive fight 5 minutes after this TikTok gets uploaded. Like, just because, and like, that's the thing with people like this, is that things can be great and then immediately they turn to shit.
Also, it's so funny how they always go for the nerdy gamer guys. But this is what makes the nose ring theory so...
Not always.
Because if the first video were to be enough to prove that it's accurate, then all of these other videos should be enough to disprove it, right? At the end of the day, the nose ring theory is just that. A theory. An idea worth discussing. Is it true that people with a lot of tattoos and piercings tend to be a bit more rebellious, chaotic, and traumatized?
Seems that way.
Probably. But does it make them inherently undateable? No. Some of them. Some of them are absolutely undateable.
But
not all of them. As with most things, it's a case-by-case scenario, and it's always more important to pay attention to how a person behaves or what they believe in than it is to try and find secret clues in how they look or dress. Anyway,
well, I don't know. I mean, you just look at them, you know the way it is, right? I mean, like, fuck, like, that's it. Just judge a book by its cover. That's the way I do it. I just look at them, you know about it. Like, that's the same way they put me in jury duty one time. They said, "Are you going to look at the evidence?" I said, "No, I just look at him. I know if he did it or not." You can tell if somebody's guilty, you just look at him. I didn't get picked. They didn't pick me. Yeah, you just look at him. You know it. Everybody knows it. Like, it's obvious.
If you liked my coverage, please drop a like on the video. Consider subscribing. We are so close to the big 500,000, the big
She got 522,000 now. Good for her.
Drop any comments that you have on the subject down below, because that also helps boost me.
This
in
is
the
funny, man.
And
I love this. Channel. So I gotta be real. I gotta be real about this. Like, bro, like, she totally right. Like, and when I go back, I think about it. It's definitely true. She got thoughtful videos. Yeah, man. 2.2 thousand that really have a problem with this video. I wonder why, bro. I wonder what it is. Some of us aren't broken. Some of us really got into punk and pop in 2000. That's how we look and dress now. Honestly, it's Blink-182's fault. Listen, everybody loves goth girls and emo girls. Well, not everybody, but pretty much everybody. And by everybody, I mean I do. And so I'm not complaining about this, but you do have to understand that whenever you're dating girls like this, you're playing a game on hard mode. Like, you are. That's just the way it is. And so I'm just being honest, right? I mean, fuck. That's my shirt. Oh, this shirt. Yeah, this is a, yeah, back whenever I was a bit of an emo kid, a little bit, right? I mean, I think that I have like a couple of photos. Like, let me see. I think I have maybe one or two of like me whenever I was in high school. And so this was me back. Like, I feel like I was like maybe 17 or something like that at this point. And yeah, like I was somewhere around like 17. And emo, yeah, just a little bit, right? But no, the nose ring theory, I think it's very, very fucking true. It is. It's crazy how common it is. It's crazy. Like, what is the probability of this? Seemingly every single one of them